Is this working? Holy shit, I apologize. I'm using my tablet now. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Hold on a second. Oh, I hear my voice. I'm testing it out on my phone. Apparently it's working. Yeah, believe it or not, I have to hold it with my freaking hand. Hold on, let me figure this out. All right, don't fall. Please don't fall. Morning, everyone. That's what I call the danger. On my face. I got a lot of energy. I'm sorry. Holy shit. I guess I'm using my tablet from now on. I guess it looks pretty decent. All right, is this working? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I can't complain. Can't complain. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, and all you saw was my lips move, as I was saying that what I did was I borrowed a few dollars so I can pay for the month on the streaming platform so I can give you a better show. And all you saw, not anymore because I deleted it, was me moving my mouth and acting a fool. Anyway. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, again, let's start over this time. Doing what I gotta do. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con. I want to see. Does that sound like I'm talking in a can? If it does, I gotta see what's going on here. Let me see. Microphone, Bluetooth. Well, you know what? I'll figure this out later. But for now, welcome again to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show, because the last 4 years was a shit show and it's still a shit show because I said so. Man, I got a lot of energy, even though I'm pissed off that it wasn't working. Oh, God, what is wrong with me? That's what happens, though. Yeah, I'm just checking my phone, see how that sounds. Can I change this? If it is, please forgive me. Let me see. Speakerphone, Bluetooth. All right. Could you hear me? Let me know. Please bear with me. As I said, I'm working with my tablet. I'm actually watching myself and it's delayed and I'm cracking up. I'm an idiot. Okay. So far, I can hear it. It's like I said, it's a little delayed, so it takes a second for me to hear. Oh my God, I'm losing my shit. I can't believe I did that. But anyway, apparently my tablet works better than the computer, which I'm going to fling out the freaking window while I'm driving. Hopefully don't kill no one. Because I've already been there and I don't want to go back. Just saying. Not for the same thing. That's not what I'm saying. Just saying. Anyway. Oh, why am I quiet? Oh, okay. You love their shit. Link will be in description after I'm done with this and I watch myself act a fool. Yeah. Check them out. Work! Work, damn it, work!
So if the Afrikaners don't actually like the land, they can leave that country.
They are. They're leaving to come here.
No. They
These refugees are coming here.
No.
We have not called for the killing of white people.
at least for now.
Say what?
We've not called for the killing of white people, at least for now.
It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies. Cry babies.
I'm not calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now.
We've not called for the killing of white people, at least for now.
I'm not going to hold y'all. I just want to say, if you're white, it's never ever going to be revolutionary, innovative, or necessary for you to criticize somebody black in public.
By the way, if I know that you are a Trump supporter and you own your own business, I know how to list that shit and I know where to list it to boycott your business from seeing anything. You done around, now you're gonna find the out.
So this didn't work, so he'll try another planted story or another, Russian, use some other, discredited Russian propaganda. And for those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know how some of you sleep at night who are doing this for a living.
This is a tragedy, taking the children away from the family. Why is this happening? It's a catastrophe.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Guys are good. Give me a second. Let me, yeah, I gotta let it play and then go into the little mid-section thingy, which I can pause now. Did it pause? Yes! It's working! Bear with me. If you are watching this cycle at this time in the morning, you have no life. Anyway, you like the bars in the back? Yeah, because it's, ex-convict here. Just happens to be conservative. But as I said, I like this. You know what I mean? I'm tired of using my phone on a bracket. I just gotta, hopefully the thing doesn't fall and you see the ceiling of the restaurant I'm at, one of my jobs, because it's gonna be one of those poop moments on my face. But for those of you who are watching, as I said, thank you for bearing with me. I literally am learning as I go along with this site, this streaming platform, but I enjoy it because, like I said, I want to be comparable to those great ones out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to just talk shit. I know I've said many times, this show, not for breaking news. I scour the internet, YouTube, to look for stuff that's funny, because the left is very easy to make fun of. That's all I got to say. They try to make fun of us, conservatives, but it makes no sense at all. I've seen some of the shit. I talked about the TDS thing last week, and I showed their version of TDS, and it was embarrassing. None of it was right. None of it was correct. All lies. And it was just horrible. It was horrible. We're the shit. Just saying. We're the cool ones. They're the weird ones. That's it. That's all I got to say. Two genders. You already know. Anyway, as I said, bear with me. I will somehow figure this out. If I knew that my tablet was going to work almost as good as a computer, I would have just done a computer, but I didn't know. So the computer, it's going to be flung out somewhere, probably in the trash bin outside, because it sucks. Then hopefully later on, when I get a better computer later on, it'll work out. But shit, I did not know it was going to look decent from my tablet. So I'm happy. I'm looking at it. I'm watching myself look. Is that Bane? Anyway, Ridiculosity. Link in description. Just saying. Come on.
What do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why
It's
not?
only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, I insist on putting it. And then they putt it and they miss it. And their partner gets angry at them. Remember that, Sam Snead. When they give you a putt, you pick it up and you walk to the next hole and you say, thank you very much.
Respectfully, sir, as a businessman, some people may look at this and say, have you ever been given a gift worth millions of dollars and then not received
It's not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better, because you've been embarrassed enough, and so has your network. Your network is a disaster. ABC is a disaster.
What a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah, really.
It's called fake news. It's a big con job, and they're so bad for the country, so dangerous and so bad.
I'm back. All right. Sorry, I got to make sure that this thing doesn't fall and I look like an idiot. So, what do you think? This is me using my tablet, streaming live from the site that earlier that I was talking about, and it was embarrassing because nobody heard me. Because for some reason, when I was using my laptop, it wasn't working. For some reason, I kept changing the mic, and the mic wasn't working because it's an old computer. So, but as I said, I am here. So bear with me. I am literally my first process and trial at using this site, the streaming platform. As I said in the beginning, actually the first time I had to erase the video, I borrowed the money. It was $20 to pay the monthly fee, so I can at least give you a better production. You know, I thought the computer was going to be okay because it was online, but apparently, like I said, things on Windows 7 and nothing works. Apparently, the mic doesn't either. So here I am using my little $100 Samsung tablet. They're not paying me. I'm just saying. And apparently it looks fine. You know, as I said, I'm being a little vain. I'm watching myself, trying it out, see what it looks like. So as I said, I can hear myself. But I'm just tired of using the phone and, you know, hearing the tap, 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 tap. So it looks like it works better. It looks better. The only thing is that being that it's the minimal, literally the minimal plan that they have, I could only have, I think it was 5 videos and 500 megs per video. So I got to do some editing and make sure I put 2 or 3 videos into one. That way it can work out. And I give you more. I don't want to just be on here and put 3, 4 videos, intro, outro, and that's it. Goodbye. I'm just saying, then I'm out. No. Energy. Because I love doing this shit. I scour the internet, YouTube, for videos that you can laugh at and entertain you. Because me, I love this shit. I love sharing these videos because if you haven't seen them, you're welcome. It's out there. Do your research. Just saying. Anyway, don't be a libturd. I have something for that. Bear with me, as I said. I'm not really planned like I want to be. If you see my finger, sorry. Where is it? Here it is! Don't be a libturd.
It's time to
Okay,
speak
wasn't
up.
a plan.
If you're a MAGA and you call yourself a Christian, I need to have a word with you, because you see, scripture says that if you have an issue with your brother, you're to go to your brother. And that's what I'm doing right now. I am following the example that is outlined in scripture for when you have a disagreement with a fellow believer. You see, I was raised in a very conservative evangelical home in a red county, in a red state, and I still live in a red county, in a red state. I also was raised to know Christ, and I have followed Christ since I was 5 years old. I have read the Bible cover to cover. I've taught Sunday school and Bible study and can probably quote as much scripture as anyone out there. And I am telling you, if I didn't know Jesus and I saw the Republican Party of today, and I was told this is an example of what Christians are, I would run as far and as fast the other direction as I possibly could. Because what we, and I say we because I used to be there, what the Republican Party is showing is greed and power over generosity and kindness. It is selfishness over selflessness. It is oppressing the poor and the immigrant over helping the poor and the immigrant. The things that you are showing do not accurately reflect Christ. And brother or sister, I'm going to tell you, you need to choose right now. Either identify yourself as a MAGA or identify yourself as a follower of Christ, but the two do not go together. And because of what you are doing, you are harming the kingdom. You are pushing people away from the Jesus we are supposed to reflect. There is nothing scriptural about the policies that MAGA is pushing. In fact, it is just the opposite. We know, if you know Jesus, this would be the time in the Bible he would be flipping tables. And I am coming to you as a brother or sister in Christ to say, you got to reassess. You have got to reassess, because you are pushing people away from Jesus. We are supposed to be salty and bright. We are supposed to be the light on the hill. And what we are projecting is completely un-Christ-like.
This video is for the white Afrikaners who are coming to the United States. I think you've already landed here. And I know that some of the folks who met you at the airport told you, welcome, we're so glad you're here. Most of us aren't glad you're here, okay? We don't want you here. We never wanted you here. And furthermore, I noticed they're gonna settle you in Idaho, Ohio, and North Carolina. I will tell you, they're not our finest states, so they're a good fit for you. I understand that many of you are farmers, and I've seen a lot of people say, oh, that's great, we need more farmers. Sorry to say, we don't. We actually need farm workers because we've deported most of them. So if you can, put your picking hat on and think about, picking produce, that's largely probably what you're going to be doing here, because I hear you don't have a lot of skills. I would also say that you're not going to have to hold just one job, but probably 2 or 3 to make up for your quality of life that you had back in South Africa. There'll be no servants working for $2 a day. There's none of that here.
Good morning. This is for the South Africans who are going to be entering the United States. This is just a public service announcement. I just wanted to make you aware that the Black people who were students during apartheid, we're grandmas and grandpas now, and we have the air of Gen Z. One more thing. I also want to let you know that our president, he has Secret Service, and you will not. I also want to tell you that Black people over here are empowered. These are just public service announcements. When you get here, sit your ass down and don't touch nothing, because you don't have Secret Service. Okay. Now have the day you deserve.
I don't know.
Imagine that. What just happened? I screwed it up, of course. Hold on.
It's time to
There it is. I gotta get rid of that. No, shut up. Get out of here. Okay, computer, let's work. Not computer, sorry, tablet. All right, let me see here. Remove. Ah, I'm back. That was almost on my face, even though kind of it was coming, and I moved, and it went by me and hit the wall. You see it? Poof, almost hit me. But anyway, did you like the little poopy thingy with the mask? The mask, a poop with mask. That's some funny shit. That's dumb. That's libturds. Masks. Still, I was at Wally World yesterday, and there was this guy who was clearly a liberal with blue hair, a guy with a mask, a KN95, a black KN95 in Walmart. Oh my God. What are they watching? Oh, that hurt my abs. Passion. I'm just saying. Passion. Because I'm passionate about this shit. Anyway, Walkaway campaign. They are the shit. Let me see if I can find this video. Please don't show the finger. Let me see. All right, here we go. Walkaway campaign. I've said before, all run by Brandon Straka. They got a great organization. Their videos are very, very good to watch. Kind of one of those things where if you're on the fence or if you have some doubts, if you don't, there's no saving. Just saying, you want to keep being sheep, putting out the bullshit, go ahead. But these people are amazing. And I love that they've been doing this for a while. I just never heard of them here and there. But recently I've been posting their stuff. Look up their stuff, #Walkaway. They got an app that's actually pretty cool.
I truly do not understand Democrats. I don't understand people that support the Democratic Party.
It is what it is.
I don't understand people that support this legislative process. Yesterday, we had a resolution to ultimately put together the framework that allows for the government to get a budget together. And some of the things that were in that budget was the things that Trump promised. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, so on and so forth, right? And one of the things that I've seen Democrats for a long time, including Bernie Sanders was one of the biggest proponents of it. Kamala Harris stole Trump's no tax on tips things when they were, going through the election process, when she spent $1.5 billion in order to try to get reelected, because they knew that the spigot was about to get turned off and all of these federal programs that ultimately funded all of the things that we absolutely despise and things that's happening overseas and all of the money that we were giving to migrants, all of that, right? Everything that we absolutely dislike as American people, it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you on, we all know federal workers. I personally know federal workers that have quiet quit a long time ago, and they are getting money and they're still getting their paychecks, and they even have other people signing in for them, or they have their mouse jigglers. I know people that have gone out of the country and left their computer here and only tap in from their emails, yet they don't want to send bullet points as to what they do, because they know that the spigot is about to be turned off, and all of the finances and all of the funding, and you living your lifestyle the way that you want to live it and not doing any work while making money from the American people is coming to an end. Yet we have a resolution in the House, or we have a resolution in the Senate for this budget passing. That passed anyway, but every single Democrat voted against it. Every single Democrat voted against you. When we have an opportunity to give the money back to the people, to actually figure out how we can wrangle in the federal budget, raise the debt ceiling so we can keep it open, while at the same time incentivizing businesses to come into the United States of America and create jobs, because we shouldn't be subsidizing you with the federal government with all of these fake jobs. We finally have an opportunity to do no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. And the one thing you can't say about Trump is that he doesn't absolutely execute on the things that he said that he's going to execute on. And every single Democrat voted against it. All of them. I think that it passed 217 to 215, and it was all Democrats and one Republican that voted against it. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Do they hate you so much, or do they hate Trump more than they like you? Anybody can just give me some insight and information on why they would do that.
Hey, man, I'm sending this message out to all the Republicans. As a former Democrat, I just want to tell y'all, thank you, man. Because y'all proved that all that was lies, man. I have never been so embraced, so valued, so welcomed. Like, man, Democrats over there thinking that y'all over here racist, you feel me? Trying to hang motherfuckers. And I really appreciate the fact that I have yet to experience a percentage, a inkling of what I was told about Republicans. I'm mad at myself because it took me this long, man. Hey, MAGA, thank you.
Is it paused? I better be. All right, where's the thingy? Okay, so my tablet's a little slow. Come on.
I truly do not understand Democrats.
Come on. Oh, stop it. Magic. Yeah, as I said, it's a little laggy with the tablet. So if you see the beginning of the video, it loops. I got to fix that later so it doesn't loop like that and it just ends. But as I said, it's my first time streaming onto this platform. And so far it's working good, other than the fact that my fingers are a little wild and I still don't know how to work this thing. So I appreciate, the one or two that are watching other than myself. I'm watching myself. Whatever. Sooner or later, there'll be a couple people saying that guy's crazy. I like him. Talk about me. Yeah. And anyway, I got a nice picture. One, because I'm still figuring this out. So let me find it. You're going to love this. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Come on. This thing is slow as shit. Maybe if I do it from my phone, it'll be better. All right. Where is it? It's a funny picture. Damn it. Why is it not here? Oh, I can't find it. Oh, whatever. I guess not. All right, let me get rid of that. Sorry, as I said, being that I'm still messing with this, maybe tomorrow I'm going to try to do, because obviously the phone works better. Hopefully you don't hear feedback, so I'll try to use my earpiece. But as I said, this is also an older tablet, and it's the distance, and I'm still not sure how it works, but hopefully I can work with the iPhone. Back to the phone. Whatever. Anyway, let me see here. That was Walkaway. Hashtag, bear with me. I've mentioned many times, I want to go to the random shit. Martial artist here. I'm an American Kempo high-ranking black belt. And I want you to know Kempo is real. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, this is a video that I saw online, talk a little bit about American Kempo. And there's parts in this video, they're old, there are a couple African-American and black individuals that move amazing. And I want you to see, honestly, of this whole video, that is the one part, because they make it look real. And I like the emphasis on the techniques is what I respect more than any other martial art, and exactly what this guy explains. But check this out. This is pretty cool. I think it's very interesting. As I said, I fell in love with Kempo. I took other martial arts, but American Kempo is my choice of self-defense, and it's a badass
Today,
martial art.
I want to talk to you about American
cool.
Kempo, one of the most popular forms of martial arts in the United States.
There it is.
But before we dive into the world of Kempo, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why martial arts are so popular around the world? Well, the answer is quite simple. It's because martial arts are not just about fighting or self-defense, but also about developing self-discipline, focus, and mental toughness. It's a practice that helps us become better versions of ourselves. Now let's get back to American Kenpo. Kenpo is a martial art that was developed by Ed Parker, a Hawaiian martial artist, in the mid-20th century. It is a combination of various traditional martial arts, such as karate.
See the way these guys move?
Such as
I mean,
karate,
it's
judo,
precise.
jiu-jitsu, and kung fu. The word kenpo means law of the fist, and it emphasizes fast strikes, powerful kicks, and practical self-defense techniques. One of the unique features of American Kenpo is that it focuses on the use of principles rather than techniques. What does that mean? Well, it means that American Kenpo practitioners are trained to understand the underlying principles of a technique rather than just memorizing a series of movements. This allows them to adapt their techniques to different situations and opponents. Another interesting aspect of American Kenpo is that it has a belt system that consists of 10 levels of proficiency, from white belt to black belt. Each belt level represents a different set of skills and knowledge that the practitioner must master before advancing to the next level. This creates a clear path for advancement and helps students set goals for themselves. However, American Kenpo has also faced criticism over the years. Some critics argue that it has become too focused on competition and sport rather than on practical self-defense. Others argue that some Kenpo schools have become too commercialized and that the quality of instruction has suffered as a result. Despite these criticisms, American Kenpo remains a popular martial art with millions of practitioners around the world, and it's not hard to see why. American Kenpo is an exciting and dynamic martial art that can help you develop your physical and mental skills as well as improve your self-confidence and overall well-being. So if you're looking for a martial art that can help you become a better version of yourself, consider giving American Kenpo a try. Who knows?
Pretty cool, huh? Just saying. This is the martial arts that I'm ranking black belt in. I was waiting for the picture to actually show. Ed Parker, genius, godfather of Kenpo karate. I am literally the only one in this region that teaches American Kenpo. I don't have a school. I did. It didn't work out. Hopefully one day I'll open up a school. That way I can show you my version of a lot of these techniques, because I slightly edited, being that I'm a retired professional MMA fighter and, ex-convict, ex-gang member. I've been through a lot of shit on the street, so I catered the martial art. That's the good thing about American Kenpo. It doesn't cater to a certain individual. I mean, it doesn't cater to the group as a class. It caters to the individual. And as it was saying, the technique that we're teaching you, we're actually teaching you the principles of it, why, how it can change. It's like the alphabet ABC. You can do ACB depending on if the person has some skill. So it's not just teaching you to move. It's teaching you why. And I enjoy it. I love teaching it. And I'm going to be doing this till the day I die, including this, because I love doing this shit. Anyway, as I said, apologies. This is my first time using this streaming platform, and I'm hoping that no matter how many faux pas I have today, somehow you got a little something out of it. I will be changing the links in the description, because being that it's live, it automatically streams to the platform that I wanted to stream to without me editing any descriptions or anything else. So I will have to do that after. But I'll figure this out. So you're with me, figuring out with me. Thank you. As I said, I will post the links in the description. Love you guys. Byrna, for those of you who are looking for a less than lethal self-defense pistol or device or apparatus, whatever you want to call it. This is the option if you don't want to go that route. Lawyer fees and a bunch of other stuff. Also, if you're like me, who can't carry because I lost my Second Amendment rights, this is an option for me to protect myself, my loved one, or those innocent around me. And I'm going to go out with this video. Byrna does not pay me. I just enjoy showing their stuff, because when it happens and I could get it, trust me, I'm going to get one, because I like that you can customize and add a flashlight and a red dot. But as I said, I'm going to end with this. So love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, again, apologies for the faux pas. I am learning this. Tomorrow I'll try from the cell phone, because obviously the tablet doesn't work as good, and the computer out of there. So Peace out. Check this the Byrna out. Look them up. I will put the link in the description. And then I will go out. So I will see you guys mañana. Not sure what time yet. I'll figure it out when I figure out how to do this. Come on, dude. Work. Oh my God. Why is it not working? Anyway. Again. Laters. Peace out.
You asked for compact.
Okay. Play.
You demanded power. Byrna is delivering both. Forged over 4 relentless years of research, testing, and total reinvention. Designed to disappear when holstered and dominate when drawn. It hits like a sledgehammer, but carries like a sidearm. We rethought everything, even the ammo. The Byrna CL is our most concealable launcher ever. Sleek, slim, silent, until it isn't. 6.81 inches long and 2 smartphones thick. It's 38% smaller than the Byrna SD and 44% smaller than the Byrna LE. The CL fires at 400 feet per second, the equivalent of 273 miles per hour, delivering 41.9 joules per square inch. Hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the CL is engineered with over 80% of its components sourced from within the USA. Byrna didn't just shrink the platform, we've reimagined the entire less lethal category. This is the Byrna Compact Launcher. We had to think small, so you could hit big.